game. Let's keep it going, chat. Let's do it. Why not? It is our first real off season with the Goonfish, but again, this is Draft to Glory. We will not be making like big free agent signings or anything like that. It's only going to be filler players. When it comes to goaltenders, we'll let go of Zach Sawchenko and Kirsch, having played in Europe. He can immediately be signed, and we'll try to rush his development a bit. Russo, we're gonna have to wait, but Matt Tompkins will still be here. Defensively, Jacobs, New Power, Wotherspoon, Dan Renouf, Brady Keeper, Sweezy, all these guys are gone. But Kuznetsov, same thing. We might be able to rush this guy into some extra development. Right wing side, Ryan Reeves will still be here. We are going to be able to sign Carl Sterner. Gonna rush him up a little bit. And Toskala too, why not? I mean, how much better is he going to get not playing in the AHL or the NHL? Kiviranta's gone. Kovala, Liam O'Brien, VL, Abdelkader. Some of these guys might be back out of necessity. Sign Hagos. Zembol was already signed. Rowan, I'm going to hope to be ahead of the game. We'll see. We'll see. YouTube-wise, like I said, it's been a real tough year for me just because I fell behind heavily because of COVID and bronchitis. So that just put me out of commission. I didn't get any stuff done. I just fell super far behind in like rendering stuff out and uploading it and scheduling it. So. Fink, what's up? We just finished our first year, so you haven't missed too much. Still in the very early stages of this run. I want to see if McAfee gets signed by anybody. So we'll hand out a whole lot of ELCs. And everybody else can go for now. We'll give them a chance to get signed by somebody else. And should they not, they could very well be back as roster filler. But my big focus this year is the coaching staff, more specifically the scouting. If we can update the scouts, we need to. We can't really upgrade them by that much, but let's at least get rid of the people that we can that are just atrocious. We'll say a C is about the best, that we're going to get there. So we'll sign Shipchoff, we'll sign Masulish, and I don't really feel like signing a bunch of C scouts that we're going to have to get rid of in the future anyways, so we're just going to leave them out. There are good coaches, though. Now, the train of thought is, do you want to improve the coaches too quickly? And you don't want to make your team perform, but also, I don't think we have to worry about this team performing well. They're just going to show up, get paid, and try not to hate their lives. But high teaching could help us a lot. So, let's see what we can do. Minus C-rated coach. Yeah, college football would never, would it? How bad is too bad? What did we win? 3 games last year? I was hoping to be named Rick Smits. NBA legend. This still doesn't go as fast as it needs to, but at least it's faster than it used to be. Used to take about 15 minutes to sign coaches and scouts in previous years. I want to get Avery Opal on. Again, get the best coaching staff we possibly can. Owner mode is off, so the budget is completely irrelevant. We can just max this out. That'll increase our chances of them signing. I'm not going to worry about goalie coaches. So let's go for Brennan Okposo. Endo, you're only the 3rd person to make a joke about the term Goon Squad. What's funny, when I started this fucking Goon Squad concept, people weren't even like, ha, gooning. Because it wasn't even an acknowledged meme yet. But now, it can't be Goon Squad because gooning. It's like, well, yeah, this whole fucking thing is a delayed. How was the OG Goon? There you go. This whole thing is a fucking delayed edging session because it takes for goddamn ever for one of these teams to actually decide to win. So it all makes sense. There you go. Ridiculous. Ross Kennedy. For it. Kennedy. Patent Gooner. I'm pretty sure the Urban Dictionary term for gooning was up in like 2012. So, you know, I can't dare copyright the term. So, all right, Ray Cousins, the final guy that we have to try to sign here, and then we get to check the free agent list to see who is out there and to see just how many players we have to sign. The answer is going to be, yeah, a lot. We only have 24 guys in our contract. So for the goalies, we need two goaltenders. Defensively, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so we need 6 defensemen. And then the rest can obviously be forwards. It's pretty straightforward. Unintended? Maybe. So, goaltenders. Again, we're not going for any of the big names. Sorry to Cam Talbot, but this roster came out before Fedotov signed his extension with Philly. Just to throw that out there. So for the UFAs, who's out there that's old and not that good? Anders Lindback. Shout out to Anders Lindback. Sign him to a boatload of money. And who else is kind of dead? Tex Williamson. It's a shooter. Tex Williamson. Come on down, buddy. Here's a crap load of money. Help us hit the cap floor. Defensively, Jack Johnson. We're looking for like sub 70. Yannick Weber. Let's go. Go for Yannick Weber. Sign him to a boatload of money. Who else do we have? Who else? Cameron Gounts? I mean, maybe. Cody Golubov. You know what? Screw the ages then. Well, then again, a lot of these guys are going to be players that didn't sign junior contracts, so yeah, it's going to be a lot of ELCs. That's why I do normally go for the older players. All right, we can go for Matt Bartkowski. That's fine. Former Bruin Matt Bartkowski. Let's also go. How good was Robert Bortuzzi? He's a bit too good. Oh boy, Torp. Nicholas Torp in his very serious face. Who else? Cameron Gounts. So we're listening to the EA score. Yeah. Fun though, the soundtrack that's been in the game for 10 years almost. Yeah, NHL 15 next gen. So yeah, 10 years. 10 years this year. Lundgren. Sign you up. And that is 5. We need one more defenseman. Cody Golubov. So we'll wait for those guys to sign. We'll sign a few more forwards to fill this out. Well, screw the, you know what? Screw the background music. Screw it. I don't even want it. It just goes away. Let's see what happens. Free agency. Yeah, you don't say a bunch of scouts and coaches are going to accept our offers. Yeah. Except for that guy. He turned down a crap load of money to go to Ottawa instead. You know how bad we must be that you'll be like, you know what? I'll take less money to go to Ottawa. Rough scene. Ooh, I made a mistake, didn't I? Probably shouldn't have kept chemistry on. We're playing it on hard mode, baby. We probably shouldn't have kept chemistry on. That might make it difficult to sign certain people. We'll see how that plays out. How'd you fuck that up? Because I've barely played this game this year. Because EA's rosters fucking depress me. That's how that mistake is made. It's a depression-related mistake. All right? Just how it works. Oh, Bartkowski. Oh, my God. All right, well. I think for the most part, we just have to send dudes one-way contract offers. Pretty much all we have to do. One-way deals should be the key. So goalie-wise, we're good. Defense, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9. Okay. We still need 3 more defensemen and a couple more forwards. Hello, Fox. I know, it's weird, isn't it? It is weird. So 3 more defensemen. We got $21 million in cap space. So Bartkowski, buddy. Come on back. I know you declined the first offer, but a one-way deal, you can't turn that down. Where the hell are you going to go otherwise? Same with you, Torp. What are you going to do? Stay in Sweden? I don't think so. I don't think so. And you know what, Golubev, you can suck it. Let's go for Anthony Bitetto. Anthony Bitetto. And then, of course, we still got some forwards to sign to fill this out. Won't be Zach Parise. Abdicator, you're still terrible. Let's bring back old Justin, still not retired in this game, Abdicator. Anybody else that kind of sucks? Pat McAfee's back. Didn't retire. Let's go, Pat. Boatload of money. Let's go. Maybe not that much, but boatload of money. Let's go. Call me ESPN. Backing up the Brinks truck to you, and there you go. Even though you're kind of fucking stupid, but I guess that's your appeal. All right. There we go. Yeah, one-way contracts, that's the key. That is the key. All right. So for forwards... Boostinen. Okay, what are the odds that your name is Yussi? You saw. That's close. Pat Maroon's out there, but he's too good. Kempinen. Former Bruin. Jonas Kempinen. Anybody else here? Brett Gallant. I don't know how you're not an enforcer, which is weird. But fair enough. Sign him up too. Lasso. Ted Lasso. There we go. All right. Who's Joe Byer? Somebody didn't watch the last version of Goon Squad and should be shamed mercilessly. Oh, cool. I agree. I mean, he seems like a nice guy. You know. You can be dumb and be a nice guy at the same time. You know. You can be dumb, rich, and a nice guy. You know? Actually an unlikely crossover in a lot of ways, but... All right. What the hell is this team going to look like this year? Goaltenders, we're going to run... Let's run Kirsch and Williamson. Let's just throw Kirsch to the Wolves. Why not? Why not? Mancini, Kirklitis. Basically all those guys. Let's bump you up. Drop Gravel, Kemp, Bartkowski. Put you guys in the AHL. Netsov goes up. It's 4, 5, and 6. So Cameron Gounts. We'll drop you down for Yannick Weber. Cynical, that was Alex Killorn. All right, let's see. For the forwards. Laternozars, Hagos, Sterner. We're just going to start throwing these guys to the Wolves pretty much out of the gates. The good news is Silverthorne went up by 6. Didn't develop an ability, but he did go up by 6 based on his performance last year. We're rushing guys? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's the way. It is the way. It might not be the way, but I'm hoping it's going to be the way. Oskala, Benson. I don't remember if we drafted you. I don't think we did. No. Toskala will be the last guy that we bump up. It's 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's drop Gardner. We'll keep a couple of the higher rated dudes on the team. Let's drop Lemieux and Bleed, though. Gotta get old Justin Abdicator in there, you know? That looks good. All right. Actually, we have 13. Yeah, sorry to Gallant then. We'll keep Justin Abdicator for the memes. So in terms of the team, the lines that I want, Silverthorne, Lindstrom, and Reeves on that same line. Who has potential? Medium 9, medium 6, medium 9. Nobody else really matters that much. I mean, there's Toskala there. Honestly, that works. So who can play center here? And then we'll change our coach around to optimize the chemistry. It's not going to matter that much, but just saying that is the game plan. Honestly, that's fine. Keeps players in their proper position. Lindstrom or Silverthorne, they're about the same. So let's put Lindstrom over. All right. Like I said, we are going to be quite aggressive when it comes to trying to develop certain players. Quite aggressive indeed. We got Kirsch in goal. I mean, this is, it might work. It might. We got Lindstrom and Silverthorne on the power play. Ryan Reeves is on our power play, for God's sake. So that kind of tells you our situation in a lot of ways. But let's see what coach gives us the best chemistry and kind of see the best way to go about this. The A+ coach is probably going to be the best. 66 for Grayson. What about Ward? 57. Riopel. Also a 66. Tiebreaker goes to right. We got Okposo. 57. Leighton. It's also a 64. So right now it's still looking like that A+. Kennedy. 51. And then the other guy, Cousins. We got to bump you up first. That would help. 66 as well. All right, so yeah, we'll keep the A+ as our head coach. No real surprise there. Let's see. Let's drop you down to goalie coach. We'll bump you up to associates. And honestly, him as the assistant works out just fine. We will get rid of Ward, have the other guys stay as the coaches. And that will mean that we just need goalie coaches. We only need goalie coaches. So, highest teaching. There's a D rating there for Radoslav Volhasek. Your power play is tip goals and 2-on-1 hits. Very aggressive dump and chase power play. It's going to be great. And then Musel. I mean, AHL doesn't really matter as much. Our only goalie prospect is in the NHL as a 65 overall, but hey, it'll work out. And then for our scouts, OHL, Q, let's add Jamez to the dub. And we do not have the highest rated scouts yet, so the good news is, again, a lot of real players to draft. Whoops. I knew I screwed that up. I was distracted by the itchy nose that still itches. All right, so we need a US West scout and a US East, for that matter. But especially a US West. Yeah, we do have a shortage on scouts this year. That's okay, though. We'll make it work. U.S. East. We'll take priority over, like, Austria, you know? SHL, Liga, and Russia. So we got the NLA. Switzerland's fine. We can avoid ice. There's only 6 players coming out of Austria. So, again, I could technically sign a scout that absolutely sucks to scout out Austria, but there's 6 players. You know, no biggie. No biggie. Cool. So we are set up for this year. I think, again, we will still say no captain for this team yet. I mean, Reeves definitely deserves a letter. Let's show confidence in Silverthorne to be one of the guys. And we'll give a letter to Kuznetsov as well. Why not? Couple of the dudes that might just maybe possibly be able to turn into something. And actually, now that I think about it, it's Letourneau that needs more power play time. Yeah, he needs power play time. Oh, he's there. He's there. Never mind. What about Kuznetsov? Let's get Yannick Weber out of there. Kuznetsov's the X factor this year. If we can get that guy as a low elite to develop, we might actually have a shot of having a half-decent defense. Time will tell, though. We are going to be significantly worse than we were last year. I feel like that's pretty safe to say. Vlasic is on as the goalie coach. Musel as well. What are the ratings for this year? We have a couple of players with abilities. Ryan Reeves is still our best player. 51, 45, and a 55. Good Lord. Good Lord. Predictions up. We'll set it at 4.5, which is probably too damn high. Sin didn't really take the bait, by the way. God damn it. I'm upset. I was hoping he'd take the bait a little bit more, but all he said was sharks. Damn it. Damn it. I hate it. You ever try to meme a friend and they just don't take the bait? You ever drop your phone? You ever watch a team this bad at hockey try to play hockey? It's another season for the fish. Gonna be a rough one. It's gonna be a rough one. And honestly, there's gonna be a lot of rough seasons for the next little while, I think is the probably the best way to sum it up, right? Probably. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. Roster set. Hell of a lot of prospects in there just to try to brute force their development, which probably won't go well, but it's early days, and we might as well try, is kind of the word here. So, 0-4-9. We lost in overtime already. First game of the season. And we haven't given up 11 goals yet, which we did on numerous occasions last year. We might actually be better this year. There's our first win. We scored 7 goals in a game. Did they play like the E-Bugs E-Bug? How did they give up 7 goals to us? Well, that's 1 win on the board rather early. Not much else going on since then. 1-20-3. Scored 7. Man, we've been shut out 4 games in a row. 5 games in a row we got shut out. Oh my God. And we beat the Maple Leafs. Let's go. 2 wins on the year. God, can you imagine the LFR for that one? 3 wins. A win over the Panthers. The boys are cooking. Oh, they're cooking. I mean, it was 7-1 to the Kings. Beat the Sharks again. How do we beat the Sharks so consistently? And there we go. We hit the over. 5 wins. What the hell is wrong with the Sharks? Doesn't make sense, man. 7 wins. Oh my God, that's consecutive wins for the first time in franchise history. We've won 3 out of 4. 8 wins on the year. Even though we have a significantly worse team than we did last year. Although technically the goaltending is better. Any blockbuster trades this year? Tony DeAngelo will never be a part of a blockbuster trade. It's just, that's an oxymoron. Involving a moron. Adam Larson from one expansion team to another. Well, I guess a relocated team. Elik, Luke Misa, whatever the hell it is, and Maximilian Schubert. Adam Larson. Damn. Too many wins, lottery hopes in jeopardy. There's no way a freaking AI run team's going to have as few as, like 9 wins. There's no way. 10 wins. 11 wins. Oh, God. We're winning a bit too much here, aren't we? 11 wins on the year. We get crushed by San Jose and Columbus. We beat Philadelphia. Oh, my God. 13, 63, and 6. Caden Lindstrom goes off in his rookie year. 68 points in 82 games. Way to go, Caden. In terms of the numbers, though, let's take a look at it. As Toronto, Boston, Detroit, Ottawa, and Buffalo all made the playoffs. You also had the Rangers, Hurricanes, and Penguins. Pacific Division, Canucks, Oilers, Kings, Flames, and Kraken. The Central, Avalanche, Hawks, and Salt Lake City. So Colorado won the President's Trophy. We finished in last by 33 points. We're fine. Don't worry about it. Goals for 165. Second lowest was St. Louis at 210. We did average over 2 goals a game, though. Goals against average was down significantly from 6.5 to 5.25. So look at that. We only scored 26 power play goals. We didn't even have the worst freaking... Oh my God. We had an even percentage with Ottawa, yet they made the playoffs. 19 shorthanded goals against. 52 power play goals against, which was somehow only in the bottom 5. Our PK percentage was at an 80. We actually had a half-decent PK. Go figure. 9 wins at home, 4 on the road. Can't wait to lose the draft lottery. You know it's coming. Let's get a look at our players for this year, though. Caden Lindstrom, 68 points, 22 goals. He won't win the Calder because of the plus-minus. He could have someone outscored by 40 points. They'll still give it to that other guy if he has a positive plus-minus. Dean Letourneau, great season, 53 points out of nowhere. For our second-round pick last year. Silverthorne, 47 points, 29 goals. 41 points for Reeves with 263 PIMs. But look at that, though. Hagos, 18 goals. Sterner. A lot of our younger guys that were not ready for prime time were at least able to put up some points. Defensively, yeah, only 11 points for Kuznetsov. 55. We'll see if he goes up by more than that soon. And for the goaltending, yeah, Kirsch and Williamson still had a bit of a rough time, but some valuable experience for Christian Kirsch, who was up 2 points this year. In terms of the league, Nikita Kucherov, 131 points, just outraces Connor McDavid for the scoring crown. He had quite a few guys over 100 points this year, including Zach Hyman, Jake Gensel, Martin Necas, Austin Matthews. The top goal scorer, again, was David Pastrnak with 72. You had McKinnon and McDavid and Panarin all over 60. Kucherov, Rantanen, and Matthews all over 50. In terms of the defense, 116 points for Makar. Yeah, I mean, high scoring Makar, Hughes, Bouchard. Guys that are on teams with high scoring forwards, they just rack up so many assists. Fox, Yossi, 5 defensemen on at least 96 points. Kind of nuts. For the goalies, the winningest, Igor Shesterkin. Hopefully your team doesn't disappear on you in the playoffs, buddy. Shutout leader, Stuart Skinner's mustache with 7. And top save percentage among starters, Jacob Markstrom, actually. Ville Husso was up there, too. Husso's doing really well in this sim. Will Smith is the likely Calder winner. 44 goals. Good Lord. Letourneau, though, was top 3. And I don't know why a certain player of ours isn't up there when he should have been, right? Interesting. And goalies like Joel Hofer was up there. In terms of goonage, yeah, I don't know why Lindstrom wasn't there. 271 hits from Mo Sider. Reeves was at least top 5 in terms of hits. He wasn't sent to the minors, no. Nikita Kuznetsov led the league in blocks. I mean, it's just because our defense is under siege. 34 fights for Reeves. McAfee 26. Yeah, Reeves continues to just drop the gloves at any possible opportunity to be, essentially the leader of this team, let's be honest. But that is another season in the books. I want to get to the end of the playoffs as soon as possible because we'll be able to check the progress reports to see if there is any other player development here before we move into this next season. So that is the game plan there. Let's see. Of course, we haven't looked at the draft class yet either because, yeah, that kind of scares me. Back to back, the Carolina Hurricanes. I mean, turning into the dynasty that Rod Brindamore wishes they were. Back-to-back titles for the Hurricanes to kick off this alternate reality as they beat another Canadian team in the final. Last year it was Vancouver in 7. This year it is Edmonton in 5. So back-to-back titles in North Kakalaki. As last year it was Aho that won the Conn Smythe. This year very much looks like it could be Jake Gensel, even Martin Necas. If Martin Necas wants to play like that, then indeed I'd like the Bruins to trade for him. That would be great, and they beat the Leafs along the way. Well, Let's see, back-to-back for the Canes. Kucherov wins the Art Ross. McDavid wins the Hart. Makar, another Norris. Lady Bing to Kucherov. Calder to Will Smith. Conn Smythe to Jake Gensel. Shesterkin the Vezina and the Jennings. Masterton to Kuznetsov. We're going to win that award a lot. Buffalo's coach wins the Jack Adams. Barkov the Selke. McDavid the Ted Lindsay. And Pasternak again wins the Richard. In the AHL, Ivan Demidov was the top point getter. He was also league MVP, top goal scorer, and top rookie. Good Lord. Kevin Ball, best defenseman. Hugo Alnefelt, top goaltender. I think it's Mathieu Blumel was the MVP of the playoffs for the Calder Cup winning Texas Stars. So season 2 quickly in the books, but the big question is the progress reports here. Ooh, Lindstrom. +7. Up to an 82 overall for Caden Lindstrom. He had a very good season. Some natural growth, but a lot of statistical growth, and that was the plan. Just get him to play a lot. Somebody has to score on this team. It's probably going to be him. As even fucking Reeves is getting better off of statistical growth. Natural growth, his skating's falling off, but he's 38. I mean, what the hell do you expect? Johnston got better. Not as much development. Well, Letourneau, I think he was also a 65, right? So he went up to a 73. A lot of statistical growth for him, especially in the shooting category. Silverthorne also up to a 73. Okay, I mean, the young guys that we do have so far, we are getting to develop. Even Roberto Mancini, with some natural growth, got a lot of discipline this year. His defense improved. His physical play improved. And then if we look in the system, Russo's up to a 72. So, I mean, he'll be ready to go at the NHL level next year. Sterner, Hagos at 70s. Kirsch up by 4. Even Zembol got better. So, Honestly, off to a pretty good start in terms of getting these guys to develop. I am okay with where we currently are. That said, not good to have certain people be unknowns at this point in time, but there is Logan Hensler, who is a DFD. So as long as we don't fall out of the top 4, we should be good. There's also Roger McQueen as a power forward, so we're good no matter what. William Moore is also a power forward, so we're good to go. We are good to go. We're going to get somebody. We don't have to worry about missing out on anybody. Not the year we could have gotten an 83 overall medium elite. Not the year we could have gotten a medium franchise. But the Goonfish will have their first overall pick this year. This game hates me. I'd say it's because I took like a decent break from playing this game this year, but no, it always felt this way about me. We do lose Ryan Reeves to retirement. Goonfish legend. I mean, 85 points over the last 2 years. And all of the PIMs. What a hero. Interviews are for nerds. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. My scouts can do their damn jobs. I meant to look at more retired players, but yeah, whatever. I saw Letang retired and stuff like that. Let's do it. The first overall pick with Trinidad and Tobago. And indeed, we don't know what James Higgins is. There's no way he's a power forward, though. The guy I was wondering about was Nikolai Ovechkin. He's a defenseman, 6'2". I would rather take the sure thing in Logan Hensler, who is NHL ready as a DFD. There's a chance Ovechkin's insane. But if he's not a DFD and I take him, that means we don't get to use him if he's a two-way. So it's just way too risky. There is also Roger McQueen. Wow, there's actually quite a few unknowns. What the hell were our scouts doing? I know they're not the best, but damn. Okay, it's one of those 3. So we got William Moore. 1 year out. All right, so it's McQueen as a forward or Hensler. McQueen with, at the very least, silver close quarters and skilled up. Hensler has shrug it off. Locking down the forwards is typically more important than anything else. That is typically the most important thing because defense is never going to be too important because we're going to have DFDs who aren't going to put up points, right? That's the issue. With goalies, it's kind of the same thing. Like, they're just never going to do that well. But if we can get the big-time power forwards that can score, we have a shot. So for that reason, I think it has to be Roger McQueen. He's our guy this year. 76 overall. We finally get a medium elite. And he has nearly a full house of abilities. Close quarters, crease crasher, big tipper, 1T skilled up. He's perfect. He's perfect to go on that top line with Lindstrom. Absolutely. So things are starting to shape up a little bit, which is nice. Let's see. You had Chubasov. Ovechkin was a medium elite DFD. No abilities though. I'm happier with McQueen. Hensel was a 77. Higgins fell all the way to number 6. That's insane. Yeah, we took the right guy. We absolutely took the right guy. Good. Round 2, can we do it again? There's no way you're a grinder, though, right? There's no way they're grinders. Zach Morin. A DFD, Owen Conrad. He's huge. There's no way this many players are grinders. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. It means it becomes risky to select them. Ooh, Gabriel Dag is our goalie, though. Or Peter Andreonov. Yeah, this is where it gets a bit scary in the early days where we don't have good scouts. So for the goaltenders, Gabriel Dag or Andreonov, both are solid. Defense, just Conrad. 6'5", he's absolutely huge. Potentially 2 years out. He's a bit more of a guarantee. With the forwards, I mean, there's a shitload of them, but God, they're risky. Loxtonen's 6'5". You can feel pretty confident he's actually a physical player. Aiden Lane. I'd go with Loxtonen over you. Bill Zanon, I believe it is. 3 years out, so he's out. Wozniak. 2 years out as well. Okay. Milton Gastrine. I don't trust that as much. Horkoff. 2 years out, similar to Patrick Kane at 6'5". I mean, he could be a playmaker. Morin. Unconfirmed 2 years out. Lucic comp. Emil Geets. 2 years out. Son of a bitch. Again, we already have like a decent goalie in the system. Goalies are so unimportant in this game more often than not. If there's a forward to take, you got to take the forward. The question is, who do I feel the most confident about? I wish I could say it's Geet because of that potential of a high elite, but he's only 6'2". It's got to be one of these three. I got to call timeout here, obviously. But yeah, it's got to be one of these three. We got to get our second round picks right, too, because obviously our quality is going to dip as the drafts go on. All three of them looking like they're 2 years out. Granted, Morin isn't confirmed. Obviously, nothing there is confirmed either. Morin is the highest projected guy to go, though. If we pick someone out of the proper player type, I don't get to sign him. Morin's the guy. 72 overall, medium top 6 power forward. Very nice. Very nice. So 2 really strong additions to the offense for us. We needed that. Did we make the right choice? Wozniak wouldn't have been bad, but our guy was better. Gastrine was about the same. Conrad, not too bad. You know, I think we made the right choice. It's good. Round number 3. Who do we got? Harry Nancy. Of course, the goalies are gone. Luke Harenstam's there, though. Potential enforcer, UC Tarky. A lot of goalies at this stage of the draft. A lot of guys who are probably DFDs as opposed to enforcers. Even go down to you see the stars. That's where our next group of guys will be from. Okay. Let's see what we got then. Goaltenders. A lot of them. Good lord. So Carl Axelson, 2 years out. Connor Ma is only a year out. I mean, Axelson might have the better potential, but tough to say. Ivankovic, 3 years out. Ravensbergen, 3 years out. Arenstam. Wilson. It looks like Ma is the guy. Unless we liked Andres Stabetak, I imagine it is. Stabetak. 2 years out isn't that bad. Ma's only 1 year out. Defensively, got a couple of guys here. Olli Hevonen. He's undersized. I doubt he's a DFD. Yakimov, 6'4", 6'4", 6'1", 6'1". I don't trust Clint Wood, but we can trust that Ruchin's that good. But he sucks, from what we know. There's Tarky, and then Zekimov's potentially 2 years out. And what do we got for forwards? Only 2 options. 3 years out, Jani Juntunen. 2 years out for Harry Nance. Again, low chance of being a grinder, though. At 6'2", you can be a power forward, but that's a bit scary. But now could be the right time to risk it. Again, we got 2 decent goalies. The thought is we need defense. Chekimov's unconfirmed, 2 years out. We are going to take the risk here on Harry and hope that you're... I'm just not certain. But I am certain about Zekimov, so we'll take him. Not the best, but really didn't want to potentially take someone that's not eligible for our team. Let's see. Turns out UC Tarky was pretty good. Shit. That would have been nice. The other guy was a power forward. Damn. Turns out we should have risked it, but hindsight is what it is. Oh, man. Again, we already have good goalies, though. Goalies are weird. Arnstam. I knew the goal. We were really never considering taking a goalie in that round. Shit. All right. Yeah, we made a mistake. I mean, based on the info that we knew, though, we went with the safest bet. But yeah, some of these other guys, I didn't expect 6 foot tall Heaving to be a DFD. Yeah, we missed out on a couple of better defensemen for sure. I think, yep, I accidentally simmed our 4th round pick. I don't know why I did that. It did give us a DFD, though, Clint Wood. Well, at least it gave us somebody eligible. So, all right. Whoops. Deal with the consequences there. Now's the right time to start looking. Alonko. Elliot Lukowicz. Cody, take it easy. Will Subject. What a name. Confirmed low elite, Luke Gallagher. You're the pick. Congratulations. Low elite, 52 overall, Luke Gallagher. Beautiful. We love our mid to late round low elites. They help a ton. I just want to make sure I don't make another mistake since I did screw up in the 4th round. Low 4 DFD, Mike McKinnon. Again, low 4 sucks, man. Low 4 sucks, though. Make sure we don't screw up here. Jeff Hemingway. Yeah, there's not too much left for us here. Low 4 is such a garbage potential. It really is. If we're going to take one of these bottom 3, it has to be now. Mod Jaspers, Lukowicz, we'll go for Hemingway. When in doubt, take the forward. What's your team name? The Goonfish, because we're goons. What other way would you go? You know? Were any of those players left? Yes. So we got Subject or McKinnon. I mean, McKinnon's probably more of a safe bet than Will Subject. So, we'll go for Mike McKinnon. Why not? Yeah, again, low 4 is just a terrible potential. Still a really good draft for us, though. We got the first 2 rounds right. We got a low elite in the 5th round. So far, so good. You know, given the lack of draft luck, I know we got the first overall pick this year, but given the lack of draft luck, we're actually looking pretty good so far for this process. We got to sign Russo. He'll be a goalie with Kirsch this year. The other 3 can go. Kemp can go, Olofsson, Gauntz, Potato. We're going to sign Maxim Zhekimovs. Again, try to rush these guys to the big time. Get that good player development, hopefully. Gallagher's going to be on the top pair with Kuznetsov next year. And we'll even sign McKinnon. Roger McQueen, immediately signed. Weastonen can go. Lemieux, Bleed, Koppinen, you can go. Let's sign Hemingway. For the centers, Gardner can go, and we will sign Morin. So, we're looking okay. I'm genuinely surprised by it, but this has been decent so far. Let's hope it stays this way.